On this inaugural episode of Hot Off the Press, Oklahoma representatives scared of history class, a roundup of recent terrorist attacks, and a hardly surprising message from The Who. That and more, so stay tuned. In national news, on February 16th, the Oklahoma Education Committee passed a shocking bill that limits what is taught in AP US history. They claim that the new curriculum is not patriotic enough. Dan Fisher, an Oklahoma state representative and sponsor of the new bill, says that the curriculum focuses on what is bad about America. Fisher defines America's blemishes as the history of racial and gender oppression in our nation. The committee has created a replacement curriculum that spends more time teaching about the founding of the United States rather than the hardships and problems in the nation's past. Okay, so the abbreviation for Oklahoma is OK. The bill really brings a new meaning to what constitutes OK history. So what do you think? To get involved with the show, tweet your reactions, comments, and opinions of this story to @HOTP2s. That's @HOTPTUES with the hashtag OKHistory for a chance to be featured on next week's episode. Next up, we take a more serious turn. Terrorist groups have been a hot topic in global presses lately. One of these groups is the notorious ISIS, or Islamic State of Iraq and Greater Syria. For those unfamiliar, ISIS is a terror group based in Syria and Iraq. Their goal is to spread Islam in areas of the Middle East. Unfortunately, their way of going about it is very violent and oppressive. Recently, ISIS has threatened the U.S. by executing American journalists and several other prisoners. ISIS is also wreaking havoc on their home turf. They were recently filmed destroying ancient artifacts and art in a museum in Mosul, Iraq. The art community is in an uproar all around the world. Another terrorist group that is stirring the world is the Boko Haram. This is a group based in Nigeria whose 6-year-old ambitions had led to the destruction of the Nigerian government. Boko Haram has been bombing civilians throughout the country. At least 32 people have been killed by these bombs in the past week at bus stops and universities in northern Nigeria. The violence from Boko Haram has made such an impact that the Nigerian presidential election has been postponed. The United States has made some attempts to counteract the Boko Haram, but has not made much significant progress. And now, on to the first of many words of the day. Today's word of the day is doggo. Doggo is an adverb meaning out of sight or in concealment. Can be used in real-life situations such as, where did my dog go? Oh, he's probably lying, doggo. A new statement was released last week by The Who, no, not the band, I know, disappointing, but the WHO, also known as the World Health Organization. It seems that listening to music for over an hour per day can cause hearing loss. The amount of U.S. teens with hearing loss has gone from 3.5% in 1994 to 5.3% in 2006. In order to prevent hearing loss by headphones, the World Health Organization suggests that you keep the volume at around 60%. But The Who, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, suggest that you keep jamming the way you always have. Hey, hearing loss is a normal thing in a teenage wasteland. Well, that's all she wrote. Visit our Twitter @HOTP2s for links to the ISIS Museum destruction video, the bill passed by Oklahoma, and a word of the day every day. Also on Tuesdays, CTV will be selling Chick-fil-A sandwiches in North and South for $4. For Hot Off the Press, I'm Alyssa Biederman. See you next Tuesday.